Mastering passive voice. Consistency is key. Hello, English learners. Today, we're going to delve deeper into one of the most important yet tricky topics in English grammar: the passive voice. But we're not just covering the basics. We're focusing on maintaining consistency in passive voice sentences to ensure clarity and understanding. Ready to master this? Let's go! The beauty of the English language lies in its flexibility. However, when it comes to passive voice, consistency is essential. Why? Because inconsistent usage of passive voice can lead to confusion and misinterpretation. To communicate clearly, it's important to keep the same voice throughout your sentence or paragraph. Before we jump into examples, let's take a look at some common mistakes that lead to inconsistencies. 1. Switching voice mid-sentence. A sentence starts in passive voice but ends in active voice, or vice versa. This flip-flopping confuses the reader. 2. Inconsistent tense. Passive voice sentences often misuse verbs, leading to a mix-up of tenses. Remember, understanding these common errors can help you avoid them. Now, let's illustrate these inconsistencies with some examples. Inconsistent voice. The cake was baked by my mother and she decorated it. Here, the sentence starts in passive voice but switches to active voice halfway through. Inconsistent tense. The project was started last week and they finish it yesterday. In this sentence, the passive voice is used in past tense at the start, but then changes to active voice in the present tense. After those examples of what not to do, let's correct them to make them consistent. Consistent voice. The cake was baked and decorated by my mother. Here, we keep the passive voice throughout the sentence. Consistent tense. The project was started last week and was finished yesterday. Now, the sentence stays in past tense and keeps the passive voice. Practice makes perfect. Try to correct these inconsistent passive voice sentences. 1. The book was written by Jane Austen and she published it in 1813. 2. The film was directed by Steven Spielberg and he won an Oscar for it. How'd you do? Here are the correct answers. 1. The book was written and published by Jane Austen in 1813. 2. The film was directed by Steven Spielberg, for which he was awarded an Oscar. And that's a wrap for today's lesson on maintaining consistency in passive voice sentences. I hope this makes your journey to mastering English grammar a bit smoother. Remember, consistency is key. Practice what you've learned and soon it'll become second nature. See you in the next video.